Hello and welcome to my digital photo story presentation. My name is Rebecca Jarvis and today I would like to discuss the major health issues in Australia that are impacting on our children. This presentation aims to cover a holistic approach to our children's health and to outline just how important it is to include physical activity and sport into children's routines in order for them to achieve the best health outcomes. I will also discuss the role that we, the teachers, the school and you, the parents, play in improving the health status of Australian youth. The word health tends to get thrown around quite a lot. We often hear, "Don't eat that, it's not healthy. Don't think those things, it isn't healthy. And definitely don't be lazy, it's bad for your health." In fact, the entire concept of health seems to encompass quite a lot. And that's why it is important to first understand what health means before we can efficiently and effectively address the major health issues that are impacting our children. The World Health Organization describes health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. In Australia, we have 9 national health priority areas. The 9 areas are cancer control, cardiovascular health, injury prevention and control, mental health, diabetes mellitus, asthma, arthritis, and musculoskeletal conditions, obesity, and dementia. Although all 9 are incredibly important, today we will only focus on 3, as these are the major issues that are most likely to occur and impact the immediate health of our children. Firstly, and maybe surprisingly, we have mental health. Young people appear to be experiencing increasing levels of stress, depression, negative self-image, and the desire to self-harm or even take their own lives. According to information from Mental Illness Education Australia, as quoted in Matthews 2001, 15 to 40% of all young people report feelings of anxiety and depression. Although our children are still only in primary school, they are never too young to suffer from mental health issues, and it is important to acknowledge this both at home and in schools. Children suffering poor mental health may show signs of irritability or anger, social withdrawal, vocal outbursts, feelings of worthlessness, and reports of sicknesses that do not respond to treatment. It is socially recognised that prevention is better than cure, and ignoring early signs of poor mental health can lead to catastrophic consequences. Factors that may lead to increased stress and declining mental health in children include divorce, lack of physical activity, environment and living conditions, abuse, bullying, socioeconomic status or money problems, death and loss, physical health status, and gender orientation. If you believe that your child may be suffering poor mental health, there are services available. Some of these include Youth Beyond Blue, Kids Helpline, Headspace, and even our friendly school counsellor. The second major health issue that I would like to focus on is asthma. Asthma is a respiratory condition affecting the airways of the lungs, causing episodes of wheezing and breathlessness due to the narrowing of the airways. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, asthma affects people of all ages. However, in 2011 to 2012, 10.2% of Australians, around 2.3 million people, had asthma, showing an increase of 0.2% in comparison to asthma rates 3 years ago. Sadly, 10% of the entire population suffering with asthma were under the age of 15 years old. Although mortality rates in Australia are not on par with the morbidity rates, statistics still show that on average around 10 to 15 children between the ages of 12 and 14 will lose their lives as a result of asthma complications. Symptoms of asthma often present as coughing at night, during exercise or when laughing, tightness of the chest, and wheezing. One of the most effective ways to help improve your child's health if they are suffering from this condition is to devise an asthma action plan with your local GP. This covers everything from medication to how to handle an attack. Measures such as this can help ensure that your child is not limited by their condition and can participate in activities to the best of their ability. This will boost not only physical health, but mental health as well. Lastly, I would like to discuss injury prevention and control. All children have a right to be safe and secure in any setting. Unfortunately, the most likely cause of death or hospitalizations among young people is accidents. Child accidents are a serious health problem in Australia. In fact, accidents and poisoning pose the biggest mortal threat to children aged between 1 and 14. In comparison to the general population, this may be because children are physically and mentally underdeveloped in comparison to adults. Road water safety, consequences, electrical dangers, and even sunburn are not factors that children take into account during their day-to-day activity. Therefore, it is crucial that children are educated both at home and at school regarding matters of safety in order to maintain their health. Children are unable to understand long-term benefits of not getting sunburnt, and sometimes even the immediate benefits of not running across the road when a car is coming. Danger is very real, and too many children's lives are lost or their health compromised due to a lack of education regarding these hazards. Next, I would like to discuss the many benefits of physical activity and sport for children, and how these can contribute to better health outcomes. Again, we must approach positive health holistically. It is simply not enough for children to not be sick to be considered healthy. They must also display a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. In order for children to be active, they need to be up and going. Physical activity does not just mean exercise. Sitting around watching TV or playing video games is not considered being active. Children need to play, to jump, to climb, to partake in sport and competitive games, not only to improve their social and emotional well-being, but their short and long-term health as well. Children between the ages of 5 and 17 should be physically active for at least 60 minutes every single day. These activities should be of moderate to vigorous intensity and include 3 days a week of muscle and bone strengthening activity for optimal results. Reasoning behind this recommendation is that physical activity has been scientifically proven to reduce the risk of cardiovascular problems among youth and adults. Cardiovascular issues arise when blood flow to the heart, brain, and body is reduced due to a blood clot. Regular physical activity vastly reduces the chances of a blood clot ever forming. Physical activity also contributes to developing healthy bones, efficient heart and lung function, as well as improved motor skills and cognitive function. The wonderful thing about having sport as an essential part of the curriculum is that it allows children the chance to be social with one another. Sporting activities allow our children to move out of their comfort zone and experience something entirely new, improving their social well-being, which in turn has a positive effect on their mental health. Mental health can also become enhanced through sport and physical activity, as being active has been proven to reduce stress as the activity produces endorphins, which act as a sort of natural painkiller. When partaking in physical activity, children also need the correct fuel in order to remain energized. Therefore, physical activity will also promote healthy eating, a definite requisite for improved health outcomes among children. Unfortunately, reasons why such measures from the World Health Organization had to be put in place is because insufficient physical activity is one of the 10 leading risk factors of death worldwide. More than 80% of the world's population are physically inactive, and we do not want our school to become a part of that statistic. Lastly, I would like to reinforce the importance of parent, teacher and school involvement when it comes to banding together to form a community dedicated to keeping our children as healthy as possible. The role of our school in this plight is to educate our students to help them to develop the personal skills required to make informed and healthy choices. We encourage positive eating habits through our Crunch and Sip program, where the students have time in the morning to eat fruit and vegetables and drink water. I would like to encourage our school and our community to participate in the Jump Rope for Heart program. Not only is it a fun and physically challenging program, but it also teaches our students the importance of keeping a healthy heart whilst raising money for charity. Heart disease can affect anyone at any age. I believe that this initiative is important for our school as it gives children a different perspective towards health issues and what we can do to help reduce the risk. Basically, we are striving to make our school a health-promoting school, an endeavour that can only be achieved when students, parents, teachers, and the wider community work together. Already we are on our way. Our students are very involved in their health education process. They are given the choice of activities in which to participate, and we have even begun to plant our very own vegetables. Going above and beyond this, I would also like to incorporate regular visits to all stages from the Healthy Harold van. Healthy Harold is a life education program that teaches children about mental health, peer pressure, drugs and alcohol, and much more. This program reaches children in a way that classroom discussions cannot. It is crucial that we make health programs such as this available to all of our students. As I mentioned before, they are never too young to suffer mental health issues. Healthy Harold is a stepping stone closer to approaching health holistically and empowering our children to lead safe and healthy lives. Our school can play a dramatic role in children's health and education, but the approach needs to meet everyone's needs culturally, morally, and economically. Only with the support and involvement of the school and community as a whole can we begin to make changes to the poor health statistics facing us every day. Only with fresh suggestions and ideas can we truly begin to shape a positive and healthy future for our children. This means no more ignoring mental health, no more preventable deaths caused by poor choice-related accidents, and no more allowing our children to be limited by respiratory conditions. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you.